What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Blue Side FC channel. I'm Nia Martin. I hope you're all doing great. That question is getting more and more difficult to ask because we know Chelsea's season has been very, very poor and hasn't been good for Chelsea fans at all. And yeah, but I'm hoping that in other parts of your life, you are doing great. That's why I continue to ask that question. We lost 3-1 to Arsenal at Emirates. It wasn't surprising. It wasn't really surprising. I don't think any Chelsea fan was confident that we are going to go into this game and win this game, especially after losing 5 games in a row under Lampard and not being able to even barely score a goal. I think in the 5 games we scored only once or twice or something like that, and it's been very bad. It's been very, very poor, and it started the way we expected it to be. Arsenal were on the front foot the whole first half, and I don't think we even gave anything in the first half. The first half was very, very poor, very, very poor performance from Chelsea. I think one of the worst first halves that I've seen this season. The second half we picked up a bit. I'll go into more detail later, but it was a disappointing loss, something that we all expected. But the 3 goals that we conceded, to be honest, is less than most Chelsea fans thought, because the way the 3 goals came in, I honestly thought we were going to get 6. I honestly thought we were going to concede 6 goals or maybe at least 6 goals, but it didn't happen. The second half was better, and yeah, let's go straight into the lineup. We started with Arrizabalaga in goal, and I think we went to the 4-3-3 formation or a 4-4-2. I don't know nowadays. I honestly don't know. But he started with Aspi, Fofana, Silva, Chilwell in defense, and then Kante, Fernandes, Kovacic in the midfield, and then Madueke, Aubameyang, Sterling up top. I think Aubameyang played one top with Sterling and Madueke on the wings. And this game was very, very frustrating. That first half was frustrating. The lineup, to be honest, was better than the Brentford one. It was better than the Brentford one, but I don't know why Sterling keeps starting. I don't know why also Aspi started in the first half. I think they were the only issues I had in the lineup. Aspi in the second half was better, but Sterling didn't offer anything to this game. I don't know why he keeps starting. I don't know what it is that Lampard sees in him. If he doesn't start Sterling, then you start Gallagher, and both of them don't really offer much when we are playing. At least Gallagher covers up sometimes in defense. Sterling does nothing and keeps getting picked for these kind of games. I just don't understand why. But I was thinking Aubameyang would do well in this game because in the Brentford game when he came on, he was the only one who actually got shots on target, and when he came in, like his first 10 minutes when he came in the second half, he really changed our aggression to an attack. But this game he was lost. He was lost up top. He was lost in the first half. I think he had only 6 touches in the first half, and it was horrible. It was a horrible display from him, and I'll not really blame him because sometimes the passes he wasn't even getting it. Sterling was horrible on the left, and Madueke was alright. See, Madueke, I think players like Madueke and Modric, they just need a good manager. They just need an elite manager, somebody to mold them into goal scoring machines, somebody to mold them into creative players that will be getting multiple assists a season, because they are so fast, they are so rapid, one on the right, one on the left, and if they turn up, we would have the same effect that we have with Chilwell and James playing as left wing back and right wing back. I see that from them because they're so good, they're so skillful. Madueke in the first half was very, very skillful. I think there was a point where he was able to beat like 4 Arsenal defenders, but the problem I have with him and Modric as well is their final passes, their decision making whenever they get into the final third or they get in the penalty box is very, very poor. And I think if he had made certain passes or taking certain crosses earlier, like probably Aubameyang would get a couple of shots on goal or he'll have a better time in the first half. But because he wasn't doing that, Aubameyang was just left out in no man's land on his own up top, and yeah, it wasn't good for him. And then for the team in general, the first half, did we forget how to pass? We weren't able to pass in the first half. We were giving the ball away constantly in the first half. Kante was doing it a lot. Madueke was doing it. Sterling was doing it more than, I think Sterling was doing more than anybody on the pitch. Kovacic to giving it away though. Thiago Silva, of all people, the way he's able to find players with long passes. He couldn't do it. I think there were 2 times in the first half where he passed it straight to an Arsenal player, him and Fofana. I don't know what happened in the first half. The first half was very, very poor in terms of passing. We didn't know how to pass in the first half, and I think that was one of the things that let us down, because some of the counter attacks we started very, very well, but the passing always let us down, and that was the problem in the first half. And then let's talk about the goals that we conceded. the 3 goals from Arsenal. The first two were identical. The same combination from Xhaka and Odegaard. Odegaard was left unmarked. Nobody was marking him. Fofana and Silva not marking him. He was able to weave his way. I don't know whether they were doing zonal marking, or I think it was zonal marking, because the Arsenal players were not being marked in that penalty box. Whenever they were attacking, you could see that the Chelsea defenders were marking the penalty box, they were marking the zone instead of being one-to-one to the player, because I think they were not aware of Odegaard's positioning. And I think he had a fantastic game, Odegaard, because his positioning throughout the whole game was very, very good. I think we'd have had more than 2 goals. I think the second half even had a strike saved by Kepa. But the first goal and the second goal, same combination. On the left-hand side, Xhaka crossed it, and he was there unmarked. The first goal was beautiful. The second goal to put in the bottom corner of the net. 2-0 up. The third goal was just a horrible show in defense. 4 defenders were around that ball, and they couldn't clear that ball, and Jesus was able to kick the ball into the net. And first of all, Sterling shouldn't be allowing that cross to come in. He shouldn't be allowing it. He should be closing down. I think the Xhaka who crossed it, he should be closing him down better. But he allowed that cross to come in. And when that cross came in, the defenders were just awful at the back. Fana, Silva, I think Aspi, they couldn't get the ball clear, and it just fell straight to Jesus, and he scored. And at that point, I honestly thought we were going to get 6. Or at least 6. I honestly thought we were going to get 6, and I was just praying till the halftime whistle comes. Unfortunately, it came. We were able to maintain that 3-goal scoreline, surprisingly. And then we came back in the second half, and I think the second half were much better. We're not that better, but we're better in the second half. Our passing was better, our aggression and everything was better, our crosses were better, our defense was better. And I think even in the second half, Arsenal also had some chances that they squandered. They could have gone up by a couple more goals in the second half. I don't know what Lampard told them in the dressing room, but you could see that their mentality changed when they came back. Aubameyang didn't start in the second half. We brought on Havertz instead. Havertz did well in the game, to be honest. I know we give Havertz some criticism in the past, but I think when he came on, he really made a difference to us well. And then we finally got our goal from Madueke. And he deserved it. He honestly deserved it, because he was one of the hardworking players on the pitch. Him and Chilwell, and I think Silva too as well, one of the hardworking players on the pitch. Havertz came in, also changed the game a bit. He scored his first goal in Chelsea colours, and I just hope that he works on his decision making. He needs a good manager. I don't think Lampard is the one to coach him. He needs an elite manager, like what Poch did with Spurs. And I see a little bit of Son in Modric. And I think the way Poch was able to get the best out of Son in Spurs, I think he can do that for Modric as well. And I'm hoping that if he's given the job, he does that for Modric and Madueke, and he's able to lift them above the levels that they are now, because they can do that. They can really do that, and they have the potential. They are fast, they are skillful, they are pacey. I mean, like, if they added goal scoring to their games, fantastic from them. In the last 10 minutes, for some reason, we just came to life. We started taking shots on target. We started taking shots at goal, and I don't know, we were more aggressive in the last 15, especially in the last 5 added minutes. We were more aggressive. Havertz got a chance. Ziyech also took a shot at goal. It was wayward though, but it was at least a shot. I think he was the first person that took a shot for Chelsea in the whole game, and a shot outside of the penalty box. We wanted to see that more in the game. We didn't see that in the game. It was too little, too late, and it didn't make a difference. It didn't really make a difference. And to be honest, when that goal came, I wasn't sitting down and saying that we can make a comeback. No. It's the hope that kills. It's the hope that kills Chelsea fans. And this season, we've not done anything for me to think that we're going to come back and draw a game, especially when we are 3 goals down or we are 2 goals down. No. It was never going to happen. But we got away with the 3 goals conceded. It could have been more. It could have been very, very disgraceful. They wanted to score us like 6, and they didn't get it. They didn't get that, at least. There are tougher games coming up. And Lampard can't make it 7 games lost. He shouldn't. Like, I've said this about Lampard in the previous game, but he's not the guy for us. He was supposed to come in and change the mentalities of these players. He hasn't done that. And on the topic of mentality, what's the use of hiring that mentality coach, the guy from the rugby team, All Blacks rugby team or whatever it is? Why do we hire him? What difference did he make when he came to Chelsea? I think we've even been worse when he came to Chelsea. I don't even know what it is that guy does at Chelsea. He's just getting an easy pay at Chelsea every month. And yeah, but back to Lampard. Lampard was supposed to do that. He was supposed to lift the players up. He was supposed to let them understand what it meant to play for Chelsea, but it hasn't happened. That fairy tale return, like some of us wanted, hasn't happened. And yeah, like I said in my video, when he signed for Chelsea, or he became Chelsea's interim coach, I don't want him to be here after this season. The interim is enough. He takes it. I was hoping he does well during this period, but even if it did well, I still don't think he should stay for a longer period. So yeah. So that's been my review for the game. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you are not subscribed yet, kindly subscribe. I'm getting there. I'm getting up little by little. Kindly subscribe, share this video, like it so that more people will see it too as well. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching this channel in a torrid season, a very, very bad season. You've still been watching this channel. The few of you that watch this channel, thank you so much for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So till then, stay safe.